Okay, hey everybody, this is Brent Gove, Sacramento, California. I was asked to tell you why I chose EXP.
Came from 100% company, went to started out at Keller Williams, went to 100% company, thought it couldn't get any better than 100%. Then someone approached me about EXP Realty.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to 5 at 5 Live. We've got a real special show for you today. I think Gene is in the background right now waiting on us, but I want to introduce the panelists first, and then we're going to get started on our show. The first person I'd like to introduce comes to us from the Fort Myers area of Florida, Kent Corey. Please help me welcome Kent Corey to the show.
How you doing today, Terry?
Fantastic. Welcome to the show. We'd also like to welcome Karen Vermero, who comes to us from the Tampa Bay area of Florida. Karen Vermero, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
McManaman, also from the Tampa Bay area. Got a lot of going on the west coast of Florida over there. It's a beautiful area. Welcome, Sean McManaman.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And we have another agent, Scott Scarry, from the Ormond Beach area of Florida on the East Coast. Welcome, Scott Scarry, to the show.
Hey guys, great day out there.
Gene Frederick actually texted me. He says he's in.
I don't see him in the background.
Okay, so we bear with us. We are waiting on Gene Frederick to join us at this time.
Busy man. He had a ton of phone calls, so we had to shoo him off his other calls. Huh, guys?
Yeah, we snagged him.
Right. So I think what he might be, I'm wondering if he hit the Facebook link, guys.
He probably did.
Maybe.
Ken, send him another email with just the link to this,
Gotcha.
and let me know when you do it.
And this is why we love live.
Live.
Yeah.
Live is great.
There's
And
no
now-
racing and no going back. So you can see all of our flubs. All right.
And now a word from our sponsor.
This is like the bloopers.
So we've been doing this now. This is our, I want to say, 12th show we've had. We've had a lot of people watching the show. It's very exciting to provide you with a lot of great information, not only about EXP, but about things like title and home inspection and home warranty and stuff like that. And we're going to continue to bring you that good information. And we hope that you all out there are finding this beneficial. Again, if you are an agent who is not presently with EXP and you're curious about our company, please feel free to reach out to one of us. We would be more than happy to share this concept with you. If another agent has been talking to you about EXP, don't call us. Please reach out to them. We want to make sure that people that care enough about you to reach out to you to share this great opportunity with you, that they get credit for that. So please do that. But don't be afraid to find out the truth about EXP. We don't know if we're going to be for you, but I can tell you this, it's always better to know one way or another and know the facts about a company so that you can make an informed decision as to whether or not you should come to EXP. We have a lot to offer. We have our own healthcare program. We have so much training. We're doing roughly 70 hours a week right now in training. So that's really exciting. And the gentleman that we're hoping gets on here with us really soon, he's a real busy man. His name's Gene Frederick. He's one of the top earners in EXP. He's been in the real estate industry for many, many years. He was with the Keller Williams organization for more than 22 years, had over 40,000 agents in his district. He owned a district with Keller Williams. Very, very well known in the industry, very knowledgeable about the industry, has a lot to offer all of us here at EXP. So we're very pleased to have him with us.
Hey, here he comes.
Excellent.
We found you.
Hey, Gene.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you better
All right.
remember he's live.
So, Gene, I am so excited that we are all so excited to have you here with us on this show today. We thank you so much for taking time out of your day. We know how busy you are to join us here. We're so blessed to have you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to close the door to my bedroom because I was screaming for my wife because I couldn't get on the doggone thing.
That's okay.
I know that's not unusual to scream for your wife. I know that.
Right.
None of these.
So no problem. Yeah. So you're in Texas right now, is that right?
And we left Puerto Rico. We were there the first 4 months of the year. And then our governor in Puerto Rico, quite honestly, did not understand that Gino does not like to be locked up. 7 weeks. 7 weeks. We got arrested out past 7 o'clock at night. It was like, I think they were doing. Oh yeah, it was real. And so after 7 weeks of that, my wife got stopped by the cop for walking around our condo unit.
Oh my God.
Get me back to Texas where at least they let me drive to the store.
So Gene Frederick, the jailbird.
Yep.
Okay. Well, first question that I wanted to ask you, and
Sure.
You're the reason I'm asking this question. Please tell us about yourself.
Oh God, I can't believe it. You actually listen. You actually listen, my son. That's awesome. Hey, I got told today, as you guys know, I've been with EXP 5 years. This week, 5 years. Done tons of interviews. I've never been told I look like Governor Cuomo. So a guy I just got off the phone, he goes, "You look like that governor New York. What's his name?" He's a good-looking dude. He is a good-looking dude.
And so are you.
Thank you. Tell you about myself. There's nothing else to say except the fact that I have 5 kids and 5 grandkids, and that's all I care about. Quite honestly, I've got 9 grandkids. Actually, I picked up 4 with the marriage. My daughter just married someone. But I will tell you about myself. I am so excited right now about EXP because we're going to be the solution for so many brokers. Guys, this is our time. This is our time. We were made for right now. So I can't tell you, I'm working so hard. This is my 9th Zoom of the day, and this isn't even a Zoom. It's something else. I don't know what it is, but I'm on it.
We're so happy that you're here too. So the next question I have for you, sir, is can you tell us the story about the first time you saw EXP and what you said, the story about going home to your wife and everything?
Years when I saw EXP, I'd been in the business 30 years. And when I first saw it from Glenn, I researched it for 5 months. And this is what I tell folks, I'm an ex-bean counter. I'm an ex-CFO for corporations. So before I got into real estate, so I got to analyze. Quite honestly, that's not a good idea. But I analyzed it for 5 months. And I came back and I told Susan, I said, I think I just found Netflix. She goes, what do you mean? I said, if you knew Netflix existed. And she goes, no. And I go, we own 6 of them. And we own a big blockbuster called a region. And my offices had about 1,400 agents, 1,400. My region had about 5,000 agents. And I had spent 21 years. And she gives me that look that only wives can give you after being married over 20 years. Like, holy moly, what's about ready to happen? I said, honey, we got to sell them all. And realistically, when you find, just imagine if you were the first person that invented the train. What if you were the first person that invented the automobile?
Wow.
What if you were the first person that invented a real estate company with no bricks and mortar that got rid of all those expenses that I'd been dealing with all my life? And I saw it early, less than 400 agents. And you guys know the rest of the story if you've heard me talk before. I told Glenn, I told Jason, I only met 2 people. I'm in. Have you ever had buyer's remorse?
Yeah.
I did.
You did, really?
week later, I'm thinking, this company has 400 agents. I just ran an office, one location with 640 agents. What am I doing?
Wow.
So I go to Susan, I said, honey, and she knows me. I said, if you don't want to do this, I won't do it. I mean, if this is, we'll just, stay here. She goes, well, it's the same size Keller Williams was when we started. I went,
Yeah.
I'm back in.
There you go. And you were very successful with Keller Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, we did a lot of things. Yeah.
fantastic. I mean,
Yep.
yeah. So, did you expect your EXP business to grow as quick as it did?
No.
Yeah.
What I expected, I knew what I could do, Terry. You and I've been there before. I knew what I could do personally. What I didn't recognize was there is a pent up demand for a brand new real estate model. It was pent up.
Definitely.
Right. There wasn't any new real estate models. And so what I didn't, hey, I'll tell you, it's been my 5-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Jason and Glenn and I made some huge goals 5 years ago. Guess what they were? At the end of 2020, not now, 8 months from now, we were going to have 10,000 agents.
Wow. And what do we have today?
We're close to 29,000. We're close.
29,000 agents in all 50 states.
Yep.
Something like what? 9 provinces in Canada, the UK, Australia.
Yep.
With visions beyond that, right? It's
And
so
we're
incredible.
adding about 1,000 agents every 2 weeks.
Wow. So what are we doing percentage wise growth year over year?
Well, our numbers just came out yesterday, and I'll get them for you here. As you know, this is an X bean counter.
Yeah.
When you're an X bean counter, the numbers have to be exact. It's not good. Year over year, we're up 59% in agent count. Write that down, 59%.
59%.
That's
Wow.
over 10,500 agents we've added net over the last year, first quarter to first quarter.
Wow.
Now, here's the best part. People go, oh, you're up count. That's unbelievable. I go, just so you know, unprecedented. That word unprecedented has been used a lot lately, but it's real. I was at Keller, never grew by 59% in a year. Okay.
Wow.
Units sold, we're up 70%.
70%.
Units sold, first quarter over first quarter. And here's the best part. Closed volume, 90% up.
Wow.
So when you talk to people and they go, well, I heard you guys, I know you guys recruit a lot of agents, but you don't produce. What?
That's amazing, because that tells us, I mean, just looking at those 3 numbers, that tells us when you're closing more units percentage wise than your agent count increases, that tells you that you are closing a lot of real estate.
Exactly. And
I mean, that's
it really, Terry, says the quality of agents that are joining us.
exactly.
We're into quality. We're into quality over quantity. It's a real thing.
So where do you see EXP in 10 years?
Well, I see EXP as one of the leaders of the industry. I really don't see anything other than the quality of agents that are joining us, Terry, is phenomenal. So there's nothing else that we're going to be. We're going to be team players in the industry. I mean, we really like selling other people's listings. We hope they sell ours. Here's what I see in 10 years, though. Every single broker better have some type of virtual brokerage. Period.
Yeah.
Now, to everyone, correct? When I say virtual, I know Kent thinks it's something, Karen thinks it's another thing. Scott, you're in your head, you're thinking, what's virtual mean? What I'm telling everybody is once Netflix had streaming video, do you guys know the story? Blockbuster knew that Netflix had streaming video. They opted not to keep doing tapes and come in and get them. Wow. Just so you know, I think our industry is the same.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned brokers are going, no, I don't want to be virtual. I don't want to be virtual.
Right.
I don't want to be virtual. I go, look it. Just so you know, if you don't get in the game.
Well, what is the company, the main company, Realogy, that owns your Century 21s, your Better Homes and Garden and all them? Their stock has gone from almost $50 a share down to $4.60 a share now. That speaks volumes to me, you know. So,
and you know what? It's funny, Terry, that you bring that up, because I laugh because I kind of look at that stuff every day because I am on the board of directors. Realogy's $3.73 today.
Wow.
5 years ago, it was $50 a share.
Yeah.
Now but what it is this. 6.5 years ago, I'll tell you this. I always use Blockbuster versus Netflix, Terry. You know why? To me, it really relates well. When you have a new disruptive technology like streaming video, Blockbuster had really good people. They had sharp people, but they opted not to use it. Think of that. I think our competition has sharp people. I think Realogy has sharp people leading them.
Yeah.
But if you opt not to use it, you got to look at history. Guess what? 6.5 years ago, I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm such a bean counter. This is really bad. 6.5 years ago, Netflix was $8 a share. You want to look what it is now? 6.5 years later, Netflix is $434 a share.
Wow. What do you see for us? I mean, 10 years from now, I mean, I envision that.
Well, here's what I envision, that agents, this is a company for real estate agents. What I envision is you've got to be a company that appeals to real estate agents. The old model that you and I ran way back when we used to know each other at a different, brokerage, we were the owners. We owned it. We drove it. Owners aren't driving this. Agents are driving it. Agents.
Isn't that incredible?
It's different.
I mean, and to have agents as part of the board of directors, I think is fantastic, because you guys are a voice for us, right?
Right. Yeah, Susie Truax and myself are the two agents on the board. What's exciting about that, guys, is, hey, I don't work for EXP. I'm just an agent, just like everybody else on this call. I'm there to help represent the agents that, hey, this is what's going on in the field. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Two agents.
So exciting. Absolutely. So what would you say to an agent, new or seasoned, Gene, that has always worked with the same brokerage since they started their real estate business and believes that they already have the best training, tools, support, and mentorship, et cetera? What would you say to that agent?
Well, first of all, if that agent, I would ask them, tell me about yourself. You know how I work.
Sure.
And then I'd say, what's your game plan for exiting the business? What's your game plan for retirement? What's your game plan for a legacy where you could leave to your family? And they go, what do you mean? I said, we have things that nobody else has that will allow you to exit the industry when you want to. Actually, we have things, 2 other income streams. What I do is I talk to agents. I go, you're going to sell real estate here just like you're going to. We want you to love your broker. We want you to love our brokers. We don't think that's going to change at all. You're going to sell real estate here. But then as you sell real estate, there's 2 other income streams we have, which is stock in a NASDAQ company, EXPI, EXP World Holdings. That's an income stream. Commissions. Okay.
Awesome.
So when I talk to them, they go, what do you mean? I go, well, you've just never heard of it before. So I've got to explain those 2 sources of income, whether you do them or not. By the way, you're going to get stock because it's You're going to produce and you get stock automatically, right? So I really get into the game plan of where do you want to be. Every time I ask them, I'm telling you, Terry, I know you and I've been in the business a long time. A lot of them, when they're at 40, 50, 60 years old, I said, when are you going to retire? You've been selling real estate for 30 years. And they go, yeah, 5 years. I always get the same answer, 5 years. I said, that's funny. You told me that 5 years ago.
Exactly. And when you stop to think about the kind of money that they're going to need in a bank account to actually retire, it's not realistic when people really stop and think about it.
Yep.
It's so much easier to do it our way.
Well,
so
we just have options. We just have options. And so many times in real estate, you don't have options. You just got to sell and get on the treadmill and sell and sell and sell and sell and sell until you drop.
So I've got one other question for you, and then I'm going to open it up to the other panelists that I'm sure are dying to ask you a question. Okay. What would you say? How would you convince a broker who is experiencing success in their company to take a look at EXP?
Oh, well, right now, Terry, there is no doubt we're going to be flooded. We had 152 brokers decide to join us in 2019. When I say join us, merge in with us. The brokers can keep their name. If they've established a really good name, go ahead and keep your name, keep your logo, keep your great image. What I would tell brokers, and it's not hard now, half of my calls are with brokers, is they go, I've been looking at you for a couple of years. Okay, now I'm ready to sit down and talk. Because they're realizing that the agents don't need physical bricks and mortar to come work.
Right.
I tell them we're a safe haven for them. They can bring their agents over. I talked to a guy just today who has 35 agents. Really good. Here's another thing I tell him, Terry. Quite honestly, I hope this rings true with brokers. This is very strange for him to hear this. I said, can you envision in a year your 35 agents turning into 350?
Wow, exactly.
And he said, no. And I said, well, here's the problem. You're thinking too small. But if you allow your 35 agents to come over and get in the game of helping you attract people, it could be 300 to 350. And guess what, Terry? Then I gave him 2 examples of people that did exactly that. And he goes, you're kidding. I know. I said, no, in a year. And he goes, how'd they do that? And I said, well, you got to think differently, that we're allowing agents to attract agents to attract agents to attract agents, and it goes seven tiers deep.
Right.
He got it at the end. He finally went, wow. And he goes, man, I really got to analyze this, don't I? And I said, yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was the only one trying to build my company. Now I've got everybody's doing it for me. So it's just fantastic. So let me go ahead and open it up to the other panelists. Kent, how you doing, Kent?
Excellent. Thank you much.
What question do you have?
I have a question for you. If you'll look at the ticker going across the bottom there, you'll see some numbers. Tell me what those mean.
Well, you have to have $900,000 in the bank at 4% interest to produce $36,000 a year or $3,000 a month. And that's what I talk to agents. I go, look at, do you have 900,000 saved up? Oh, no, you don't have to tell me right now. Just don't tell me right now. And they laugh and I go, no, you don't have to tell me. I said, so you have an option. You have a choice in life. You can stay where you're at and save $900,000 after taxes, or you can come here and attract 6 agents, 3 this year, 3 next year, 6 in 2 years. They all attract 1 agent. So you have 6 agents on your first tier, 6 on your second. If they all cap, that's $36,000 a year or $3,000 a month. No. And they go, I said, now you have an option. Stay where you're at, saves $900,000 after taxes. Let's run that out. How long is that going to be? Can you save $100,000 a year? Might be just 9 years, right? And they go, oh, you're right. And I go, well, guess what? Come over here and attract 6 people. That's it. That's what those numbers are. Great numbers. Thank you for putting those up there.
You're welcome. Those are your numbers, by the way.
Well, and by the way, when you go to a financial planner and you get to be my age or Terry's age, I'm going to say Terry's age because not my age.
Oh, thanks.
But when you get to be my age and you go to a financial planner and you really do go look at, and they go, well, how much money do you have saved up? We're only going to allow you to take out 4%. They think you're going to live another 20 years and you're going to eat through all that savings. That's where I got the 4%.
So you multiply that time to get closer to, I mean, what do you say in your napkin presentation? Have you ever met me?
Well, here's the hardest thing with the napkin presentation is it's all about options in life. Terry, we didn't have an option to be with EXP when you were at another company and I were a long time ago. We had franchise. That was it. We didn't have options. We just had buy this franchise or buy this franchise. And all they did was have different commission splits. Yeah. Think about it. They're all the same. So when I saw this, I think why I resonated so much with me is I went, agents now have options. I love real estate agents. Call me crazy. But I love every single one of you guys because we are the only sales business I know that's an independent contractor. And baby, it is tough. Yeah, I've been selling it. You know how it is. I love
you too. Yes, I do.
Well, so here's the thing. I didn't do this for Gene and Susan. I did it for the people that are listening to this today. You need options. Sell real estate. Absolutely. We didn't sell real estate like crazy. We just went through the numbers. The problem is when they get their money, what do they do with it?
Spend it.
Spend it. Yeah. Terry, I've managed agents forever. You know how many times I had to sign liens, tax liens?
Yeah.
And release tax liens. So, bottom line was, as a manager, I went, God, how can I help them? Revenue share, we're getting the owner's money. That's what revenue share commissions is. It's actually the owner's money. In the other franchises you and I ran had a franchise fee, had a royalty fee. They took money off the top and gave it to who? The owners. We take money off the top of the money that we get and we give it back to the agents that help us grow. It's that simple. And I talk to Terry all day long and I said, how do you like it? Do you like the money when they take it off the top and give it to the owner? Or do you like the money when they take it off the top and give it to the agent? Which one do you like?
Exactly. So we have one of your icon agents on the call too today. We're pleased to have Karen Vermero ask you a question today.
Hi, Gene. Thanks so much for being here. We're all excited.
Hey, Karen.
So, gosh, I love your stories. I've been listening to your stories for 2 years. I think I know all of them. The nickel one is my favorite, my absolute favorite. So my question is that really a true story with Michael Dell?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was the nickel story. That was Karen. I lived in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And, Michael Dell's the most famous. And I think the last time I checked out Forbes, he was worth about 30 billion, something like that. So he walks through, I'm running a real estate office, and he walks through us to get to his car. It's a true story. It was an outdoor, kind of happy hour thing. And he gets attacked by our agents. When I say that, he's famous. I mean, this poor guy, he's trying to walk through these realtors. You know how aggressive we are.
Yeah.
And the realtors are just grabbing him. Michael, oh my gosh, my daughter used to work for you. I used to, I love you. Oh my God, blah, blah. And he comes through us. Thank heaven he got through. And he gets into a car, and it was a Maybach, however you say that. It's a Maybach. Mercedes, limousine. And his driver opens up the door. He comes in, they close the door, and they go away. And I'm telling you, we were 30 feet from him. And the agents were like so catty, Karen. It was like, they were like, really? Really? What was that? And I said, well, I don't know. I've only seen that car in magazines. It's worth about $500,000. Oh, and you need a driver? Oh, really? You can't, he doesn't even drive. And I'm sitting here listening to and I had enough. I stopped. I said, let me ask you all a question. They go, what? I said, listen, If that whole setup, the $500,000 car plus the driver, was a nickel a day, would you have it? And everybody said, of course. I said, that's a nickel to him. That costs him a nickel. Now, I'm telling you, one day I'm going to have my nickel. And don't you begrudge anybody their nickel.
Exactly.
I love that story. It's my favorite because I'm getting my
It's
nickel.
awesome.
I'm on my way to get my nickel. Thank
Yes,
you.
you are.
Don't
Yes,
begrudge anybody to get their nickel, because you know what? That's what we're all after anyway. Give our kids not to strive to have everything they could have.
Right. Well, thanks again.
Thanks for letting me. I
Okay.
forgot about that one, Karen. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to bring up Sean McManaman. Sean, do you have a question for Gene today?
Hey, Gene, how you doing?
Hey, Sean. Good.
Thanks for joining us. As maybe a comment, but I just, in today's world and what we're going through right now, isn't it just a natural fit for EXP to be in the environment that we're in? I mean, we brought this cutting edge technology before this pandemic was happening, and now I see, I talk to other agents. I'm like, we're just the fit. We don't even have to do anything. We don't have to pivot. We don't have to look at our expenses. We don't have to do any of that. We're here. We don't have to change anything. And I think that's something that agents need to know, that we're already prepared. It's going to take these companies years. I mean, to get away from the brick and mortar, and we're already there.
Yeah, perfect. Terry and I have talked about it forever because I've been here 5 years. I had no idea when the next shift was going to be or change in the market. I didn't know what was going to happen. Why did I know that? Because I've already been through 3. This is my 4th. I am mad that it's a pandemic. I am mad that it's a virus, right? We all are. Yuck. But Sean, you are exactly right. This is a 2x4 to the face of every broker in the nation. I have friends of mine that have offices. Doesn't matter what it is. 400 agents. Their agents can't go in the office for 2 months.
Yeah.
Their staff can't go in the office. And I'm sad for them. And you're exactly right. What are they going to do? They can't tell their agents they need to be in bricks and mortar now when there's no bricks and mortar to go into. So It's sad. It's sad, but I'm telling you, I hate that this happened this way. But I knew even with a dip, just so you know, brokers were going to call us because they're going to be hurting. See, I've been through this before. When it dips, we hit a height, by the way, last year, end of 2019, for everybody listening here. You know your numbers. I do. We hit 1.4 million realtors at NAR. All-time high. All-time high. Check your numbers out. We're going to go down. Realtor numbers are going to go down.
Yeah.
Right? We just know that. Feel for them.
Yeah.
We're the
So-
same all you brokers, if you're listening. We'll roll you right in. We'll get you going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I say that to them all the time. It's like, listen, if you've ever had thoughts about EXP, find out the facts, contact somebody that's been talking to you about this company, or contact one of us. We're happy to share this wonderful opportunity with you. Our final panelist today is Scott Scari. We'd like to bring him forward. Scott, do you have a question for Gene?
Hey, Gene, good to see you again.
Hey, you too, Scott.
I really enjoyed, I've been enjoying every Saturday, We Were Built for This series that you're doing live at noon Eastern time with some of the other champions of the industry and of EXP Realty. I was really taken with the guest that we had, Dave Steck, that's Rob's money guy. What a interesting guy. And he went like an hour and a half with his presentation. But the one thing that stuck with me from that was that volatility equals opportunity. And I've said that to several people. And they were like, wow, where'd you get that? And I said, you need to tune in with some of these guys I talk to on Saturdays. But do you want to share with the audience? A lot of them have probably had to cancel shareholder meetings, conventions, all of that sort of thing that they had planned. What's going on at EXP next week?
Well, next week we're having our shareholders meeting. We have a shareholders meeting every April. We just delayed it about 3 weeks because we're going to have it in our cloud office. So what's really cool is I think we're going to have about 70 to 90 training sessions in the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a convention, basically, cloud office. I'm excited about it. I mean, we're going to have 3 days of training. Now, we still like to get together, right? I kind of miss, I admit, because we do have 2 conventions a year, and there's nothing better than hugging you guys and taking selfies. Yeah. To me, it bothers me.
Yeah.
And yet, Scott, what you bring up, there's going to be a shift in the way people do business.
Mm-hmm.
And we own our streaming video. It's called Verbella. It's a gaming platform that we use, that we've always used. So when people say, what do you mean? I said, no, we own streaming video. I go, no, it's streaming video. It's called Verbella. And it allows us to do this anywhere in the nation. Now, what he brought up, which I thought Dave Steck, which was, if you guys, you need to pull that up. It was an hour and a half. You no longer have to send your kids to Harvard for an MBA. Just watch that for an hour and a half. It was phenomenal. But if everybody thinks they know what the market's going to be, we have 405 different real estate markets in America. 405. Boise, Idaho is different than Orlando. Orlando is different than Dallas, right? So that's what hit me on that whole thing, Scott, is the fact that some markets are going to hit hard. Some are going to be volatile. If they're volatile, that's where the opportunity is for investors. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry if there's in my voice.
I'm going to miss hugging you when you're, a virtual, when we're avatars next week.
I know.
There is nothing like getting together in person. So.
I know. And there isn't anything better than that. And we're still going to do that. We're still going to do it locally, right? Once we get out of this pandemic thing, we're still going to meet locally and do live training.
We've got the event in Dallas, hopefully in August with Tony Robbins.
Yes. I'm excited. Late August, it's still on. It's still on, Scott. So look forward to it. I've never been able to see Tony Robbins in my life. So I'm excited about it.
It'll be my first time too. Looking forward to it.
So we thank you so much, Gene. Any final thoughts that you'd like to share with everybody out there?
Yeah, my final thought for the day is this. Have no regrets. What do I mean by that? Don't have any regrets not to take action in this market. And the other final thought I would have for everybody listening, I want you to write down, choose not to participate in the downturn.
Yeah.
It's a conscious choice because you're going to get a lot of negative talk, right, Terry? A lot of negative talk for a long time. And I choose not to participate in that negative market. It's my market that I create.
Exactly. And our agents are staying busy, that's for sure. So we thank you so much, Gene, for joining us today. We thank all of our listeners out there. We know the show has gone over time today, but we know it's been well worth it having Mr. Gene Frederick with us. We love you, man. I can't wait to see you and get my hug fix, from you. We're looking forward to that, okay? Thank you all so much.
Love you guys. See you, Karen. See you, Sean. Hey, Tara. See you, Scott.
Bye, Gene.
Thank you, guys. What a pleasure.